Good evening. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP Bangladesh. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP Bangladesh. Thank you all for joining us and staying with us till the end. Honorable Knowledge Seeker, today I am your host for the evening. My name is Badhum Das. I am from Bangladesh. Dear Knowledge Seeker, I am proud to be associated with IGP as a global member. IGP is an ISO certified international training institute. In 3 years, we already served 3 million plus knowledge seekers from 100 plus countries. IGP is internationally recognized and globally accredited. We are connected to more than 250 professions and 4,500 plus organizations. In Institute of Global Professional, IGP is a training faculty for skill development which was founded in 2020 and is generating competent candidates to meet demand in the global labor market by providing professional qualification. The Institute of Global Professional is an education institute that provides social work globally recognized and reputable. We serve student and community resource providing holistic social work and education. We believe that it's not effective to increase one skill just by acquiring formal education. So we provide effective training and consultation to generate proficient generation all over the world. We distribute our services locally, nationally, and internationally to students, job seeker, job holder, and also for learners, the respective campus location and distance learning platform. We are an occupational and dependable institute. IGP is one of the famous online institutes from all over the world. Our mission is education is not a business product, it's a part of our human rights. Based on our vision, we are trying to reach all corners of the world for free webinars, seminar courses about quiz competition, mentoring and counseling, etc. On the other side, we also try to serve more than 100 premium service for free, like create own portfolio website, resume builder, cover letter, motivation letter, and wall knowledge platform for gathering general knowledge, which can update all day. Kids learning game, website, free course, convert sites, and many more. We help them to learn to meet their expectation and dream and become highly skilled people. We implement several training programs, webinar and offline online courses for youth and learners by professional trainer, speaker, and coaches. Our sessions are conducted by global renowned professionals to develop all kinds of youth and to promote the education of their abilities and personality. To ensure excellent and in-depth instruction, we arrange with qualified trainer, speaker, and instructor. We extended free services to more than 3 million knowledge seekers in the last 3 years. We have affiliation with universities and organizations established in different countries. Virtual signing with many colleges and organizations have been accomplished. We are working to create a legendary generation of future scholars and citizens who will be accountable. We are constantly prepared to assist all knowledge seekers with valuable service. Spreading knowledge is crucial for the Institute of Global Profession. We believe that knowledge is love and light and vision. So we try to understand the needs of the generation and we serve them with good research and practice methods. We must have a genuine concern for the learner we represent. More diversity, growth, and innovation are required to lead the session with professionalism, passion, and integrity. IGP members are committed to effective, best quality service and continuous improvement so that individuals who seek information can improve their skill level and value. Before we move to the next, let me remind you, don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Before we move to the next, let me remind you, don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we already completed 1,364 webinars successfully. Wow. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we already completed 1,364 webinars successfully. Wow. At present, we are going to start our 1365 program, which name is Educated to Innovate. And today, our speaker ma'am name is Helena. She is from Mexico. Before I hand over the stage to our ma'am, I want to share a very little bit about her life, spiritual, and conscious partnering coach, international keynote speaker, and we have also Dr. Amitabh Sharma sir as our speaker. He is from USA. Before I hand over the stage, also the sir wants to share a very little bit about him. Founder and CEO, STEAM Academy of USA. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with her presentation. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with her presentation. Hello,
Good
ma'am. Good
morning.
evening.
Good evening or good morning. I know there's
The
people from
stage is yours.
around the world. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you. Ma'am, I can't hear you right now. No, ma'am, I can't hear you. Ma'am, actually, your mic is mute. That's why I can't hear you.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Now I can hear you. Ma'am, the stage is yours. You can start your presentation.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited to be here again. I see all these greetings on the right hand side. Thank you for everybody that has been here. I have had the pleasure of being here in this platform, sharing my love and talent and time with all of you for almost 3 years. I've had the pleasure of meeting some of you. Some of you are new, but I'm very passionate to serve this community because you are all seekers of education, servers, lovers of life, people that really want to make a difference and make a difference for yourself also, and knowing and owning that in doing so, you will be a light for others. And before I go into the topic itself, I guess you learned a little bit about my work, but I am here also to share today's energy and magic moment with all of you, with my dear guest, Dr. Amitabh Sharma. And I do want to tell you all that if you have been here at Institute of Global Professionals, there is a format. You'll be quizzed while we're talking, but I like to not quiz you. Why? I want you, please, to be present. I want you to feel what we're telling you. I want you to integrate into your heart, your cellular memory, everything that we are sharing here, because I promise you it will be for your highest good. So, as I'm going to tell you a little story while I bring Amit in, please tell me where you are visiting us from. I see a lot of chats, messages here on my right side. It brings me much joy. Tell me where, let's see, I have see somebody from Kenya. Just let me know where you're visiting from. Why are you here? And let me tell you a little bit how Dr. Amitabh Sharma and I came together. So I ran my school in Atlanta, Georgia, in the US, a Montessori school for over 10 years. And I had to transition the school due to personal reasons. And Dr. Amitabh and his wife, Minnie Sharma, came and transitioned the school over. So what came in first as a collaboration and partnership of a business transaction, although Dr. Amitabh and I did not see it as a business transaction, we immediately saw a synergy and an opportunity to grow in the passion that we have, which is service. And this was 11 plus years ago, and he has become a family. We have traveled to his nonprofit in Agra 3 times to serve a school that he owns there for the less privileged. And we have so many stories to share with you. So without further ado, I want to bring Dr. Amitabh Sharma in, and so we can be co-teaching this morning and leave you guys with strong messages of innovate to educate. So if you would like to bring Dr. Sharma in, Vaju, please, while I continue to greet everybody here from Philippines, from Cebu. I mean, so many different places of the world. Philippines, I can't even keep up with all the chat. So I don't know. I need to bring him in, or I need help bringing him in. So when you're while they're helping me behind stage to bring him here, imagine when you don't have a plan, but yet your heart is impeccable and the intention that you have to conquer something in your life, to do something different, to grow in the direction of your dreams, to expand consciousness, to get out of that situation that you might not be seeing clearly, that you're feeling really tired. Perhaps you're feeling like you're struggling against stream to make it all happen. When you are aligned with your purpose, and let me put a pause on that. I'm not sure why Dr. Amitabh is not coming in, but we hope he does. When you are aligned with your purpose, everything falls, well, not just aligned with your purpose, where when your intentions are impeccable, where your life values are impeccable, then absolutely there is a shift of consciousness and the universe works in favor of you to make things happen. I could have gone in a panic mode to actually sell the school and do this transition because I really had a personal emergency. But yet I trusted and I owned the truth that another person would be coming in and continue the legacy of that beautiful school that I have had the privilege of running for 10 years. And lo and behold, like I told you, we have now a family relationship. I've actually lived with Dr. Amitav and his wife, Mini Sharma, in 2 different occasions. So there's a lot of love, knowledge, and a lot of service behind this. So Batu, are you behind the scenes that you can bring Dr. Sharma in? I'm not really sure what is going on, but in the meantime, tell me in one word, how are you feeling today? Give me an icon just to get the energy of the momentum right now, to open your spirit to receive information. I know Dr. Ahmed has a presentation, so in the chat, either write a emoji or one word that can describe how you are feeling this morning. Can you kindly go ahead and share that at this time? I would appreciate it. While I write here where they are to bring Dr. Sharma in. I don't know, maybe I froze because I'm not seeing the chat move. Can anyone hear me? Can anybody tell me that I'm still live, please? For a minute, let's see. I need oh, there we go. Okay, the chat is working. Good vibes. I love it. That's it. And while they're trying to come in, I do want to share with you that I just launched a book yesterday, and it's called The Journey Back into Your Heart: How to Live in Love with You, Your Life, and Your Path. And it's, when you have a project, in talking about our topic, innovate to educate, in what ways can you actually activate this passion for education? When I want to tell you that anytime you educate, it doesn't mean that you have to come in a conference and speak up like this, but perhaps just educate or share knowledge, light, and love by just sharing a wisdom, by explaining to someone, sharing some knowledge that you shared. And that way we grow as a community, we grow as a unity. And so you all know that actually writing a book, it is an absolute amazing way to pass a lot of knowledge, legacy. And when I wrote this, it took me a whole year because so many things happened behind the stage, behind the scenes. And I didn't have an expectation to be a bestseller of this or that. But when you let go of form and just show yourself in true essence, in your presence, in activating your heart in everything that you do, the results come flawless. They really do. They really do. You don't need to be searching. You don't need to be, I'm trying to see where they are. Where are you? Everything moves. The energy is so beautiful in your projects that everything evolves. So I'm wondering if you can tap into a moment where you perhaps felt that the energy was stuck and you had that courage to move forward and bring about a project to innovate through education, whether it's for you or others. Let's see if there's a private chat here. Where are you guys? Excuse me one second. I just don't understand why they're not coming in. If anybody can help me out here. So my point here is that this, regardless of where you are in life, a lot of times we're like overworking plus studying, trying to pay the bills. And when you even use a language of trying to pay the bills, it gives you, at least that's the way I feel it, a low vibrational, waiting to put on the screen, come in, low vibrational mode, that you are in lack, that you are in fear of getting something done. So when you say, I'm trying to pay the bills, yeah, but I am activating in me all the abundance that already is, to be able to not only fulfill my responsibilities, but to also be as expansive as I can to bring light to others. So one of the aspects that I am in my career is a neuro-linguistic programmer. There he is. Thank goodness. And it's very important, Ahmed, as I bring you in, right? How we use our language in benefit of our education and transmitting our truth. And without further ado, I bring Dr. Amitav Sharma in the house. And please introduce yourself. And we're going to tag team here.
Great. Well, so nice to be here with you again. I know we share the same passion of trying to change the world, become game changers. And my mission, my passion all along has been to be able to synergize with people such as yourself. You are such an icon. You're such a world person who addresses audiences all across the world. And I'm trying to do the same. In fact, I have addressed many sessions in India this past 2 weeks, 2 months actually. And my aim today to address this wonderful congregation or gathering across the world is to be able to inseminate that, guys, life is so precious that you can do wonders by inseminating some inspiration, some motivation, and some logic in mind, that it's always good to start thinking critically, start thinking aggressively, start thinking out of the box in whatever you do, daily pursuit, life pursuit, long-term goals, short-term goals. The idea is to be able to galvanize your thoughts. And aside from what you do in daily chores, you have to set aside a time where you can say, hey, today's chores, how can I do different? How can I do better than what I did yesterday? And now, this is something which has often been repeated, but as they say, the obvious is not so quite obvious. So I'm trying to chip in my 2 cents and kind of usher you into an era where you feel every day can be a new thing in your life. Every day or every moment you can start thinking how I can touch upon somebody else's life. And that is my idea of education being all circling around innovation. So when we hear stories in CNN Heroes, or when we hear big achievements in Nobel Prize winning pursuits, or anywhere else, we find people who have gone against the stream. Well, you don't have to go against the stream, but you can look around yourself and see what is it that I can do to alleviate a suffering, or what can I do to kind of make a change which will be for the better, for the benefit of humanity, or somebody who's in need. And that's where innovation germinates. So when I talk about my concept of innovation, I think innovation is required in terms of basic education. So in our children who are into elementary or middle school or higher secondary school or secondary level, they need to be able to understand that contextual problems that are around them, they have to be knit according to some purpose. You've got to have a purpose. I have hired and engaged and fired people all across in my IT businesses in my previous birth. Of course, I'm just 6, 9 years young. Why I say young is because I'm going to live, Val knows I'm going to live 115 years. So I always say money is important, but purpose is the most important. So everyone, please, 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 humbly, you've got to comprehend, or you've got to imbibe, you've got to inseminate, you've got to assimilate a purpose behind what you do. So anyway, I will now keep quiet and have Val, because I'm professorial. So once so
I
anyway,
I knew that we would have to put a sign, my turn, your turn, because we're both very passionate. And this is why the synergy is working for us to show up for you. And I want to validate everything that you are saying, Dr. Amit. It is so important to have a purpose. But many people would say, well, Val or Amit, I don't know what my true purpose is. And I feel as I talk around the world, a lot of people have heaviness on that, Amit. They feel like they don't have their why. They don't, and they use these words. I have to find it. I have to find it. I want to tell you, all my loves, it's not about finding it. Finding it means something that is lost. It's not lost. It's within you. It's given to you by source, by when you are brought into this world. It's a matter of just tapping into it. And why can't we tap into it? I'm going to tell you why. Because I want to acknowledge something with all the respect. I know that a lot of you are here for the right reasons, to educate and learn something new. But I know also that many are just here for the certificate. And while we are preaching and teaching and sharing our love, you're asking, am I going to get my certificate? Am I going to get my certificate? It's not about getting your certificate. You will get it. Can we, before we continue, ask you kindly to let go, because you're not on camera. We don't know what you're doing. But I want to say 90% of the people are multitasking while we're talking. What would it take for you right now, this minute, to experience one time that you take this time in and integrate it by leaving everything behind and just being present? Because to find your purpose is to be present. Take over, Dr. Amit.
okay, so what you said was so right. See, when you're talking about finding a purpose, it's all innate, it's within you. And one medium of, if I can really, many of you may be doing it, is to be able to look within yourself. And how do you look within yourself? Easy method is meditation. If you kind of create a semblance of equilibrium with yourself, with the outer world, and just draw yourself inside, then you will have something which I discovered 7.5 years ago. And the common word for that is epiphany. Why are you born? What is the aim or purpose or goal why God sent you to this world or to this life? And what are you supposed to be doing? So when you have these questions, you automatically get answers to your questions. Aside from raising a family, aside of raising your children, aside of taking care of your corporate life or entrepreneurial venture, you've got to be able to see beyond that. And that will define your purpose. That will define your personality. That will define what you're able to achieve and what you're able to go contented with. I have gone so many careers I have seen where people are bewildered. They are just tormented inside because they have earned a whole lot of money, but they're still depressed. And you know why that happens is because what Val just said. You may be multitasking, you may be doing something, but at this point in time, what we two are discussing with you for your benefit is that you will be able to see a larger canvas, live larger than life size. So that is what we are trying to introduce you to, so that you are able to develop a talent and inculcate a faculty in you which will take you to a higher echelon, to a higher level of comprehension, to a higher level of bliss and happiness and satisfaction.
Absolutely. And to see where we are and to see and feel that we are present, I want to ask everybody who is here with us now to put in the chat if you have found your why and your purpose. Not found. If you have tapped into your why and your purpose, either say yes or give a heart or thumbs up, just so we see. And it's okay if you haven't. So many people are, get to their 60s or 70s or 80s and still haven't really tapped into their why. We are here to activate that differently so that when you leave here today, you are motivated to really just search within with the tools that Amit is sharing here and move on and to activate and innovate education into your life. So let's get the energy moving in the chat while Amit continues.
Right. So when I said you have to start young, I have developed the world's one of the pioneering curriculums, which is called STEM: science, technology, engineering, math. You must have heard about it. Now, the general feeling about STEM is, hey, you have a bunch of gizmos or a bunch of games or some activities, and then you follow a set of questions or you follow a set of steps, and then you do something, or the robot climbs a wall, and you all feel momentary excitement. But that's not what innovation is all about. Creativity is all about challenging your mind, firing your neurons in the brain, addressing a certain problem at all levels, whether you are a elementary kid or a middle school kid, high school kid, or even grad, undergrad, or even further. You've got to challenge your mind and faculty and say, hey, how can I solve these innovative problems? How can I solve something which is in my backyard? And then I give you a small example. A 12-year-old girl, the name is Gitanjali Rao. Gitanjali Rao is a resident of Flint, Michigan. There's a state in America. And she was capsized or captivated with this problem that there was a lot of arsenic and lead in the drinking water. So this 12-year-old girl set aside everything that she was doing and said, listen, I want to make this mission of trying to see how I can make a reasonably priced kit available to each household to be able to address that situation. Guess what? She amalgamated several, she integrated cryogenics, she integrated Bluetooth, she integrated chemistry and physics, and developed a kit which is used for testing water. When she started off, the kit costed $160. But now, hold your heart, the kit costs only $3. And she is on the cover of Time magazine as the Innovative Kid of the Year in, I believe, in 2020. I may be wrong, 2020, 21. And so there is no age for innovation. You've got to be able to think out of the box. You've got to be able to address situations. And as we go along in this today's conversation, I will give you insight as to how you can touch upon things which have not been. So if Elon Musk was happy in South Africa and at the age of 38, he wouldn't have come to Canada and then germinated the world famous Tesla automobile. The BMWs of the world, the Mercedes of the world, the Audis of the world, they were all very happy campers, gasoline, internal combustion. But he came and he shook the whole world. He did what is called disruptive innovation, or and the whole world is now following the electric automobile. Everybody is trying to, because we've got to be concerned about green energy. We've got to be concerned about ecological disturbances that are happening or the climate change that are happening. So what I'm trying to say is, then we're talking about another individual who conceptualized the idea of private equity. Of course, he said that he earned a lot of money. The name is Thomas Lee. 2 or 3 weeks ago, he committed suicide. And he said, I was devoid and bereft of a purpose in life. So, gentlemen and ladies, and my friends, brothers and sisters on this call, please, 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 I humbly urge you, like Val has been a hallmark of innovation, of creativity, of compassion, of service to the whole humanity in the world. So you should be able to see beyond yourself and find a purpose and innovate in finding solutions to day-to-day issues. Val.
I love that. And I'm going to actually ask you if we should get off the PowerPoint to see each other bigger, or if you're going to use it, you can use it. But I want to add something really important to your amazing words. And all of you watching, please, or hearing, I want you to know that a beautiful aha moment in life is when you actually find your purpose or your trade or your gift in a place that you said you would never go, in a place that you actually disliked. I want to give you a really quick example that happened, and I believe Dr. Amit knows this. So I've been a international speaker for a while, and I travel the world, and I live to serve. Like any anything that I receive, I use it to travel to do service projects. And this is the love that Amit and I have. That's why we travel together. Now, in my book of life, Val had said over and over and over and over, never teach corporate. You go into big companies and give keynotes or workshops. That was a no-no. Or universities. I was shy about it. I didn't feel confident enough. In fact, I thought I didn't even like it. And during the pandemic is where I got the opportunity to actually live. There was so much trauma. I got stuck in Peru during the pandemic, and all these universities needed help and businesses. And I just did it, but out of a servant heart, thinking and telling my subconscious, you don't like this, don't do it. But I showed up. And guys, ladies, gentlemen, anyone out there, hear me out. When you show up, the universe shows up. And I want to tell you that that lack of love that I thought I had for this area of my work, or a possibility to be work for me, which I don't even call it work because I love it, I absolutely thrive on it. So what would it be, that something in your life that perhaps you haven't tapped into because you think it's not of your highest good, because somebody told you doesn't give you what you should get, or because you thought, I simply don't like it. So allow yourself to feel the feeling. And the more present you are, I'm going to say that over and over, the more present you are, you will find out that the things that you are seeking in the outside are already inside of you. It's just undusting and doing the meditation, being present, watching your language, full on NLP. I can tell you, I'm so excited to be here. Well, you're not going to receive that. But we say, I'm so excited to be here. Your body language, your energy, and your words must be a unity to be able to be successful in life. Amit?
Great. Yep. So, touching upon what Val just said, I am reminded of a saying by the world famous industrialist Rockefeller. And don't get me wrong, I mean no offense. At that age, we need to move on with times. In that perspective, when he was growing up and he was establishing all those momentous organizations, he said that the world needs workers. Repeat, world needs workers. So yes, the focus, the impetus was on creating workers. But my friends, today, the world needs thinkers. You've got to introspect. You've got to dig deep within your conscience. Like Val said rightly, what do you love to do? What is fun to you? What is happiness to you? Happiness, fun, love is not all about money, my friends. Brothers and sisters, it is all about what you would love to do, aspire to do. And that'll happen when you look inside, introspect, like they say, dig deep. And that can happen if you leave aside your smartphones, your laptops, your iPads, and think quietly every morning for just 5 minutes. And I can bet it'll come to you. It came to me 7.5 years ago, suddenly. And then I relinquished everything. I shut down my company, and Val knows we sold our school a year ago. And today we are just on our bucket list. But more than the bucket list, we are all about philanthropy. We are all about giving back. And I used to wonder why people admire Bill Gates shelling away 90% of his wealth, or Warren Buffett 98%, or Ted Turner, or Azim Premji in India, or Mahindra, or Tatas. But you have to see, to have to experience, to believe the kind of fun and joy that we have. Val and I are on the same path. We want to do good to humanity. At the same token, we need to find out our own pursuit. So we enjoy talking to people such as yourself. Like Val just said, for example, there is a remote village in India. I wonder whether you guys have known, there is a village called Sonipat, there's a village called Rohtak. Somewhere in between that is a university. It's a fully exclusive ladies' university, girls' university. 6,800 ladies study in that university. It's 114 years old. And the vice chancellor was so enamored by what I had to say about innovation. And she said, Dr. Sharma, can you come over, please, one day? I said, my schedule. Anyway, like Val said, again, I echo her sentiments. I forced myself to go there. And lo and behold, I was just so mesmerized. I was hypnotized, and I said, listen, I'll do anything to motivate and inspire these young ladies. And I am a big champion of women empowerment. I believe that if you empower a young lady, you will not only empower her, her family, her society around her, but the whole community, the whole nation. So, friends, you need to be able to find purpose, and innovation is the key for tomorrow. And as we go along in this conversation, I will dwell upon what are the various fields that are open to you. In my days when I was growing up, oh, Amitabh, you have to become either an engineer or a doctor. No more. You've got a multitude of fields open to you. And whatever is your discipline, whatever is your specialty, you go ahead and do that specialty. But aside from that, you can have a side channel where you can channelize your faculties, which are bordering on creativity and innovation.
I love that. I love that. And I'm going to back that up with, as I was sharing earlier, this title of the book, my book that it's not my book, it's our book, because it's all for humanity. It's the idea of using your heart as a vessel of love to touch many peoples. And that's why it's called A Journey Back into Your Heart, right? How to live in love with you, your life and your path. And by doing so, you're going to bring the people around you in that same vibration. And this is why, for me, in these 3 seconds was launching that book, right? I put it in English, I put it in Spanish, and I put it for 199. No, sorry, 111 on ebook, right? Because my purpose is not to become rich out of it. My purpose is to entice you to get it, and if you vibrate with it, and just do something different, whether it's a book, whether it's showing up fully present in a conference, whether it's is helping somebody, whatever it is, but keep on the synergy and the activation of yourself to keep just putting your one foot in front of the other, even if it's tippy toeing, but always moving forward. My mother always said, backwards, not even to push yourself to launch off, and she is so wise speaking about that. Now, it's very well pointed out that by culture, especially like Amit said, for me as a Hispanic culture, Indian culture, it doesn't matter, like whatever your culture is, some cultures really push us to be someone that we don't want to be, just because it brings the money, just because the whole family is a doctor. And what ends up happening is a destruction of self. I know that there's a lot of young people here. We want you, we invite you to step into your power, to step into what you love. And hey, Val, Amit, I don't know what I love. I'm so bombarded with information. I don't know what I love. You will know what you love when you start loving yourself, when you start using contributed language to you in the things that you do, when you have a courteous word to somebody. You look beautiful. Thank you for smiling. I see you. Thank you for just being in gratitude. Activates your heart, right? And one light, it's like when you share the light through a candle. How many candles can be lit by one itself? What kind of candle are you being? Or are you being one that blows out candles? That's my question to you. What do you think about that, Amit?
Yeah. So one candle lighting the other candles. It's just like saying, hey, if you go on a path and you have this automatic street lights, when you come near to that street light, the light just burns up. So, or lights up. So that should be your life. That when you touch somebody, that somebody glows and says, well, I was touched by paradise. So that is the kind of life you want to live. And I think if you imbibe in your heart that, hey, if I give away some part of my talent, some part of my time, some part of my energy, a little bit of my money, whatever, but you need to be able to identify, like Val said, what is good for you and what you would like to enjoy is a mix of your interest and your aptitude. You may have an interest in becoming a pilot. You may not have the aptitude. But to be able to excel, to be able to be disruptively excellent, you need to usher in an idea that, yes, I want to discover myself. And discovery happens only when you start thinking, introspecting, meditating, or thinking about things which are beyond money, beyond your family, beyond your social uplift. You need to be able to alienate yourself, make yourself sit aside, and then it'll all dawn on you that, hey, this is how you can excel. So when we say, hey, we are compelled by our family, by our friends, or here and there, or by the industrial growth, I would welcome you to think about the United Nations 17 the Sustainable Development Goals. United Nations has come out in 2018, 19, the set of 17 goals. Those goals are kind of pervade all the fields that are going to happen in days to come. So they will encourage you to think out of the box, to think innovatively, to think creatively. And there are fields like cyber, there are fields like climate change, there are fields like personal security, and a whole plethora of them. So I will encourage each one of you to be able to go into those goals and just ponder over them very, very focusedly. Okay, is this something that excites me? Is this something that will define my future? And lo and behold, you'll be surprised. Today, the jobs that are existing will not exist 5 years or 10 years hence. They will all vanish because things are changing so fast, right? So you need to be able to align yourself with future, and that is all about innovation. You need to not only innovate on yourself, you need to innovate on how you can do and contribute to the world around you. Val?
Absolutely. And I want to add something else. In this world of innovation, in this time of innovation, how many times we have this limited belief that, for example, either one of my traits is being a life coach. Let's just stick with that title itself. If you Google, Lord, please, how many life coaches are in the world right now? I mean, I couldn't even come up with a number. When we go to events, when we go to conferences or venues where there are other life coaches, or you want to step into being a life coach, for example, the limited belief that usually comes is like, oh, I'm not good enough. There's people that are better than me. This is a job that too many people have. Get those noises down. Okay. Not just say, okay, no, focus and let me move forward in my dream, but it's an opportunity to tap into yourself. What is the fear? If you don't find the root cause of those inner voices, you can just push yourself to become that life coach, but when you are in lack and in fear and you're having those inner voices that telling you, oh my God, there's so much competition. I don't believe in competition. I believe in contribution. Okay. In fact, where Amit and I had the school, when I started that school, I didn't even investigate that there were 8 other Montessori schools in the next 8 miles. I didn't even look for that. That's poor decision making, right? Anybody would have done that research. I just wanted to start my school, and I love that place, and I just didn't take no for an answer. Now, when people find that out, my team and my staff are like, did you know that there's 9 or 8 schools around the area? That could have brought me to my feet. Oh my God, why did I do this? I shouldn't have, I wouldn't have, da, da, da. But I took that to my advantage. I reached out to all the other schools around me. We created alliances. We created the Montessori Administrators of Georgia. We collaborated. I did gatherings where we shared knowledge, where I actually, this is crazy, guys, but look how much thinking outside of the paradigm this is. When people came to my school, I said, I'm honored that you're here, but I would like you to visit 3 other schools of my immediate neighbors. Who does that? You usually, if you're in luck, you want to take that client, get them signed into a contract, and of course not leave your school. Because if I would be in luck, that's what I would want. But I did not do that. They would look at me like if I was crazy. But I had a strategy. I knew what kind of school we were. I knew the kind of school we had. And it was actually for my benefit to send them somewhere else. There's enough schools for everybody. And if the other school would have been the best, I'm happy too, because I thrive in the happiness of seeing others thrive. When you take away competition, guys, life changes. Life changes. So what would have been that limited belief that you would be carrying right now, that you're not good enough, that there's too many of, that I don't even like it, and just sit on that and Understand where that is coming from. Where did you hear it from? Since how long? When is the previous time you felt that? And the time before that, and the time before that. And when you get to the root cause, of the what was holding you back, oh, you feel a liberation of soul, and you have this new energy and strength to conquer, accomplish more than you've ever dreamed of. Amit?
Yes, absolutely. So I was wanting to leave you with a little quip. People talk about mindset. I always talk about, and you can note this down, heart set. Mind can play games, but the heart will never play game. Okay, so you find your own passion and say, from today, start using the word heart set. My heart is set upon doing this. Follow your heart. Like, don't they say that? You like somebody in life, a boy or a girl, and you set your heart towards it, right? Now, mind will justify, logicalize, anti this, that, and you will be in a quagmire, but the heart will never ever lie to you, right? So you
Free.
follow your heart and say, okay, from today onwards I will never use the word mindset. The whole Google is full of mindset, but I follow this heart set thing, right? So let me give you a small quip about my life. So I'm talking about challenges. Innovation is all about accepting challenges and doing good about it. And only when you endure, when you say endure, you really live those challenges. Say, listen, I will not take no for an answer. I will not take the failure is not an option. That's what Neil Armstrong said, when he was in the capsule. No, I've got to set foot on the moon, right? That's the challenge that and this challenge, this heart set will percolate and pervade in every sphere of activity of your life. Every moment of the day, whether you're dealing with your children, family, corporate life, boss, wife, girlfriend, anybody. So when I started my career, I was MBA, I had my law degree, and then later on I did my PhD. So I said, okay, let me join a company which is all about future and oil and all that. So 14 years of my first life, I was in oil and gas, starting from one Fortune 500, now Fortune 100 company, and then another company, another company. After 14 years, I felt, no, this is not the end of life. Okay, there has to be a change. So IT was just coming in. So I said, hey, I don't know nothing about IT, but that's a challenge. Let me just endure it. Now you will say, a rolling stone never gets moss. That is another saying, okay, like you drift from one place to another. But no, I felt the deep urge. No, the power of the chair, the power of the throne is not the power. The power of entrepreneurship, the power of what you do yourself, the power of being self-reliant is what the power is. That's all about innovation. I try to innovate myself and put myself in a different atmosphere and say, hey, listen, if I don't succeed there, that's okay. Don't worry. My parents and I have developed my faculties in such a manner that I will sustain anywhere that I am. So I took upon this challenge and I tried to capture myself into IT. And I did for a few years in India, and then I came to the US in 95 and created two large IT companies, employing hundreds of people, going into millions of dollars and all that. And once I had done that, and then my wife was passionate about education, so we met with Val, and rest is history. I mean, it was such a love at first sight kind of thing that we felt that we have to do good to our children. And if you did not know, Montessori is the best gift a parent can give to the children, because it's all about experiential learning. Do it yourself, explore, find freedom of trying, of experimenting, right? Sensorial, and all that. So I felt, hey, this is where. So my belief in innovation even further emboldened, further cemented, further reinforced. And I said, so 7 years ago, when I'm talking of epiphany as to what's the purpose of my life, or what am I born for, this, that, the other, I felt I've got this, my parentage and lineage is from education. So I said, if I am able to touch upon educating the children in the right manner, in the right fashion, if I am able to precipitate a feeling of self-reliance and self-confidence, of experimenting and exploring and arriving at a certain helm that they never ever dreamt of doing, that will be the best service. I may not have deep pockets, but I have the energy, the fire, and you can see the zeal. And so to be able to do good to those children. So I went about STEM, developing the curriculum, developing skill development. I'm very strong on skill development, and also reviving the actual history and all that. So anyway, so this is what I've been doing my entire life now, is all revolved around developing a sense of innovativeness in children. And talking about India, India has been very, very richly bestowed and privileged to have had discoveries of zero, binary, what you say, learn in computers, our Sanskrit language, the metallurgy, the modern surgery was invented in India, chess. So I feel that the whole world is now ripe towards not following the beat often path or following the beaten path, but in reinventing themselves. Only then they will arrive at the pinnacle of their own glory.
Amen. Amen. I love it. So, look, we want to just wrap you all with so much love and gratitude for being here. I know we have like maybe 5-10 minutes of questions. If this is a contribution to you, I want you to put a heart in the chat, and that way we're doing this exercise of going from the heart to the brain. There's got to be a balance, of course, but to the purpose of our conversation today, we want to feel the love. I know that you guys are very in tune with what you have to be sharing on the comments. We do want to bring Batu in. Thank you. We see some hearts coming in, and I do see some love here that are saying congratulations. We know this is of service to you, and it's of service to us, because we, as you saw, we had a presentation. We ditched the presentation because we felt that this is what you guys needed. And just step into your power. Get out of the stream line of living the way everybody tells you to, and just feel this passion and connection. So we want to bring Batu in so we can do the questions. Thank you for all the love. Keep the hearts coming so we can activate the frequency of love. I'm not really sure where she is, because I know she has to wrap up this segment. And I definitely have another live to attend in the promotion of this lovely book. If you guys feel upon a call to check it out, absolutely, and write a review or whatnot, it help me spread the love. And in fact, I mean, I don't know if you even know, but you're in the book. You
Yeah,
are in the book. So you got to get your own copy. I tell our story there. And I just know that whatever your legacy is, we are here to support you in any way. You can always reach out to us. I'm at Instagram, Valalino Coach, and YouTube, Valalino, and what else? Facebook, Valalino Coach. So, Amit, is there anywhere people can contact you if they have questions or whatnot?
yeah, I'm at info@stemacademyofusa.com.
There you
Repeat, info@stemacademyofusa.com.
That's beautiful. So I guess while our host comes in, you can ask us some questions in the chat. We need to wrap up in the next, maybe at the most 10 minutes. I definitely have to step into another speaking engagement, but let us know if you have any questions in the chat so that we can address them. Well, I reach Batu if she's there. We're done. Are there any questions? Oh my God, maybe it's so clear. We saw the hearts. Are you able to see the comments, Amit?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so on the top part, it says private chat or comments. Click on the comments and you can see what is going on in the chat.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't know if she doesn't come back in. Anybody has words of wisdom, what to do, how to wrap up the show, the talk, the conference, this moment. So now you lost your camera. There you are.
Okay.
Clearly presented and well understood. Oh, thank you, Lelani. What a beautiful name. Lelani L. de los Reyes. So yeah, thank you for the comments. And definitely we've got about 5-ish more minutes to answer any questions. Take advantage of this time with us. Of course, you can always reach out. Don't get me wrong. But this is a way to just ask us. The one thing that I've noticed is that people are shy to ask in the comments, but this is a time to open up. Never be shy to ask a question. Here we go. I don't have my glasses. Muhammad says, What is more powerful, heart or mind in education? Oh, child. What do you think that we have to say? I mean, we're both going to go with heart 100%. I mean, Amit, what do you have to say about that?
Well, can I compliment on the question first of all? But the answer to your question is dwell your heart on it and then apply your mind.
I actually I want to share with you guys while we get another question in. I'm soon going to Dubai with Dr. Sweta to give she's a neurologist, and we are doing a dance between the heart and the mind. And listen to the actual topic of this presentation that we're going to give over there. She came up with the title, and I thought it was divine. It says, let's see. Well, if you can read another question while I'm doing this, because I really want to read what it is. Let's see. Is there any other questions, please? I really want to share this with you guys. Okay, heart and brain symphony. Lead with the heart and take the brain along. I
See?
love that. I will be traveling with to Dubai with Dr.
Uh,
Sweta. Actually, when we're in India, I'll just hop on over. But listen, heart and brain symphony. Lead with heart and take the brain along. And this is Dr. Sweta's brilliance. And I'm going to, I'll do the heart and she'll do the brain. So stay tuned, stay close to our social media so that you can get a taste of all this. It's fascinating. She's an amazing neurologist. Listen, guys, I don't know where our host went, but let's see. Surely the webinar is very useful. Thanks a lot. Oh, thank you so much. Now, the question is, are you going to keep this knowledge to yourself? Or are you going to share the love and light to as many people as you can by sharing even 1%, one quote, one word, something, even the energy that you received from us today? Will you pass that on is what we want to ask you. So let's see. What does it say? Productive, progressive, impactful, and very impressive too. Thank you, Leutram Braha. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing well. I should put on my glasses. We really appreciate. Thank you there's a Facebook user that says he wants to share. Manilyn wants to share. I love it. The love and the satisfaction is the word that you receive from sharing is more than, I don't know. What would you say? More than what, Amit?
More than quenching any thirst that I could ever feel.
Absolutely. So I don't know, maybe I just feel bad because I know I've done this enough that there is a format and they have to watch something. So if any of you in the comments, let us know what to do when our host has disappeared. Maybe she's had technology problems, but let's see, looking at the time, we got 2 more minutes. If not, I'm literally going to log off, and you guys too. And I know, don't panic, everybody. I know you're going to get your certificates and those are important, but don't be attached to the outcome. Don't be attached to the outcome. Just, understand and feel everything that we've shared with you with so much passion. Yeah. I want to, yeah.
Let me interject here. If you've heard about our scripture called Gita, it says karmanyavadhikarasti ma phaleshu kadachana, meaning all you need to be focused and concerned about is your karma, your doing, your deed, your work, your input, and do not be mindful of the result, of the benefit, of whatever accrues, doesn't accrue. Leave it to the nature. It will come back to you regardless, but you have to be honest and sincere and diligent about your effort.
Absolutely. And don't get me wrong, education obviously is a must, but really what gets you on the floor is experience and showing up. You can have a doctorate degree, you can have a PhD from Harvard, but if you're not showing up and you're not doing the work and not in the field, there's a chapter in the book, then in this book that I'm sharing you guys with, it says the 20 top conscious leadership lessons through the eyes of service. 20 top conscious leadership lessons in the eyes of service. This is lessons I learned from being in the streets with the homeless, with the underprivileged. I didn't go to Harvard, but I'm telling you, those teachings that I share in this book are even better, I'm going to say, because they're truthful. Nobody told me I didn't read them. I lived them through 35 plus years of service, really formative years, intentional, but even since I've been 3, because that's the way I was raised. Okay. So there is not an ending stop to this. They're saying, yes, I can improve. Let's see. Thanks for sharing your powerful knowledge. You both are amazing. Thank you, Radisa. So anyway, I'm going to close this up. Ahmed, I don't know what to do because we both have, everybody has to go. So we pray that this stays on the web. I'm kind of a little bit hesitant to close because although we're going live, it's live. We're going to close. Any words of wisdom to wrap it up, Ahmed?
Well, good luck to everybody, and I hope you will be able to wear, like your clothes, the concept of innovation in life.
Absolutely. And we just want to tell you that it's of all this knowledge and wisdom is already within you. You just need to show up, okay? And I see Kylie saying that this is the first time she's watching on live stream. I'm glad it's there. And sometimes we might not have the time to share physically because of whatever's going on. Share the live, share the comment, share about the book, share about tell them again where to get the lessons, what you said about the United Nations, Amit. I think that's very important to.
United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. There are 17 of them, and the fourth goal focuses on harms on education and innovation. But all the 17 goals will give you a leading light as to what you can possibly potentially pursue.
Okay, so there you go. Well, blessings, love, and light. Namaste, everyone. Until next time. Thank you for
All right.
being here. Thank
Take
you.
care. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Dear IGP knowledge seeker, for some technical problem, we cannot connect our speaker. So we are going for our certification process. IGP knowledge seeker stand for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. IGP knowledge seeker stand for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. Today are some technical problem. We cannot share our certificate code. We provide our certificate code in a short time. Thank you. Today are some technical problem. We cannot share our certificate code. We provide our certificate code in a short time. Thank you. Here, IGP knowledge is stand for the most engaging part of this webinar, which is an online quiz competition, which is our regular webinar activity. Now, time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. Now, time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. Go to www.slido.com and find today's quiz or scan this QR code for direct joining. Quiz code is Global IGP. After a short video, we will start our quiz session. Please join in Slido with the code, and the code is global IGP. Please join in Slido with the code, and the code is global IGP. Please join in Slido with the code, and the code is global IGP. Please join in Slido with the code, and the code is global IGP. Please join in Slido, the code, and the code is global IGP. Please do not join with us, single person with one more than ID, because we are going to disqualify the participants. Already we disqualified from our quiz session Jewel Barnasal, Lipton Baha from El Salvador. I again repeat, we disqualified Jewel Barnasal, Lipton Baha from El Salvador for doing the things. So please don't do this again. We will disqualify the participants who will join from two or more than ID. The participant who will disqualified, they will never get any quiz certificate from us. With 33 people, we are going to start our quiz session right now. Our first question is, what was the Educated to Innovate campaign? Option 1, campaign to motivate and inspire students to excel in student study. Option 2, Donald Trump's build a wall movement using LEGO model. Option 1 is the right answer, and 100% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Ricky is holding the first position. Our second question is, what president enacts the Educate to Innovate initiative? Option 1, George H.W. Bush. Option 2, Barack Obama. Option 2 is the right answer, and 49% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Sheila is holding the first position. Our third question is, in 2009, President Obama's Educate to Innovate invited the what for education? Option 1, teach students how to be innovative. Option 2, improve preparation for STEM teachers. Option 2 is the right answer, and 19% people are right here. The leaderboard, Kingway is holding the first position. Our fourth question is, innovate. Option 1, to be creative. Option 2, honest. Option 1 is the right answer, and 97% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Kingway is holding the first position. Our fifth question is, innovate. Option 1, the stage of being responsible for something, especially by law. Option 2, make change in something established, especially by introducing new method. Option 2 is the right answer, and 100% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Hudzaifa is holding the first position. Our sixth question is, the College of Education's motto is educated, innovated, and option 1, inspire. Option 2, teach. Option 1 is the right answer, and 95% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Kingway is holding the first position. Our second question is, a scientific education guess is called a. Option 1, idea. Option 2, hypothesis. Option 2 is the right answer, and 89% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Kubzafa is holding the first position. Our eighth question is, which president launched a campaign called Education to Innovate? Technical abilities. Option 1, Barack Obama. Option 2, Donald Trump. Option 1 is the right answer, and 89% people are right here in the leaderboard. Uzaifa is holding the first position. Our ninth question is, what is an educated guess called something we do before every experiment in science? Option 1, hypothesis. Option 2, make observation. Option 1 is the right answer, and 76% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Uzaifa is holding the first position. Our last and final question of the evening session is, to make an educated guess using prior knowledge and textual evidence. Option 1, guess. Option 2, infer. Option 2 is the right answer, and 69% people are right here. Congratulations to our online quiz competition winner, top 10. Congratulations again. Slido will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that, we will issue our online quiz competence certificate on our official Facebook page and group, Institute of Global Professionals. Congratulations to our online quiz competition winner, top 10. Congratulations again. Slido will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that, we will issue our online quiz competence certificate on our official Facebook page and group, Institute of Global Professionals. Congratulations to our online quiz competition winner, top 10. Congratulations again. Slide will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that, we will issue our online quiz competence certificate on our official Facebook page and group, Institute of Global Professionals. At the end of our session, we can say properly feed your skill. Never stop learning, cause life never stop teaching us. Be happy and stay safe. See you again and again. We want your participation in every program. If you want to live a happy life, try to a goal, not a people or things. Albert Einstein. Before I say or hit the and like button, again wants to thank all IGP knowledge seekers for your active participation as always. See you again in the next session. Thank you.